Good afternoon. I hope this ENews finds you well on this day. We get so caught up with things that we forget to just take a moment to pause, to look around us and to see how God's creating is taking place all around us. This Sunday, we're going to hear the words from one of the wisdom writings from the book of Proverbs, which reminds us of the many creation stories that are taking place within Scripture. And particularly in this passage, we hear how wisdom has been very much a part of creation since the very beginning. That God is at the forefront of creating, and in creating, wisdom is alongside God, watching it evolve, watching it take place, watching it be created. Wisdom is very much present. So it makes me wonder sometimes, when's the last time we have bumped into wisdom as we see God creating all around us? When's the last time we've taken a moment of pause to see and to reflect, to hear and to listen? As I'm looking at the words from Proverbs, a portion of it, Proverbs 8, beginning with verse 1, and as it goes on to verse 22, it said, "The Lord created me at the beginning of God's way, before God's deed long in the past. I was formed in ancient times at the beginning, before the earth was, when there was no watery depths, I was brought forth, when there were no springs flowing with water, before the mountains were settled, before the hills I was brought forth, before God made the earth and the fields, or the first of dry land." And then at the very end of this writing, the writer writes, "I was beside God as a master of crafts. I was having fun, smiling before God all the time, frolicking with God's inhabited earth, and delighting in the human race." What a gift to hear these words. What a gift to have wisdom remind us that God is very much in love with humanity. Even though there are times where it appears that we aren't very much in love with each other as humans and how there is so much destruction and violence, God still looks upon us with great love. For we are God's beloved people and beloved children. So as we ready ourselves for this beautiful weekend, as we see sun shining and flowers blooming, as we see our garden seeds starting to pop from the ground, as we have remarkable conversations with friends and family, as we hear a song or two, perhaps on the radio or on our playlists, and we think about those emotions that keep us connected to humanity and with the holy, may we be mindful of how that joyful creating that God has been very much a part of from the beginning continues to evolve and move and is very much a part of us. My friends, I hope that you have a lovely weekend. I'll be spending some time at the Minnesota Conference United Church of Christ annual meeting in St. Joseph, Minnesota at the campus of St. Benedict's. And there will be many of us there doing the work of the conference. I ask that you hold the members of the annual meeting in your thoughts and prayers as we engage in wonderful dialogue and hear keynotes and just be together as the United Church of Christ in Minnesota. My friends, God's light and love be with you on this day, as wisdom continues to speak to us, as we watch God's evolving hand continue to move in ways we've never imagined, as God's hand continues to weave us together and call us beloved. God's light and love be with you on this day and always, and I hope to see you real soon.